served 19 years hard labor. They let me out 4 days ago. I'm on parole. I have to go all the way to Dijon to report by Monday, or they'll send me back to prison. Here's my passport. I can't read, but I know what it says. He's very dangerous.
Monsieur, you're welcome to eat with us as my guest.
I'm a convict. You saw my passport.
I know who you are.
You're gonna let me inside your house.
What crime did you commit?
Maybe I killed someone. How do you know I'm not going to murder you?
How do you know I'm not going to murder you? I suppose we'll have to trust each other.
I didn't kill anyone. I'm a thief. I stole food. I stole what I paid for it. 19 years in chains. So they let me out, they give me a yellow passport. What can I do with the yellow passport? I have to go to my parole officer in Dijon, and then what? Starve to death? 19 years, and now the real punishment begins.
Men can be unjust.
Men, not God. All right, whoever you are, thank you. A meal and a bed to sleep in. A real bed. And in the morning, I'll be a new man.
I don't want to hear anything more about it.
I'm sorry to disturb you,
Caught him.
but I had my eye on this map.
You've got. I'm very angry with you, Jean Valjean.
What happened to your eye, Monseigneur?
Didn't he tell you he was our guest last night?
Oh, yes. After we searched his knapsack and found all this silver, he claimed that you gave it to him.
Yes. Of course I gave you the silverware. But why didn't you take the candlesticks? That was very foolish. Madame Gillot, fetch the silver candlesticks. They're worth at least 2,000 francs. Why did you leave them? Hurry. Monsieur Valjean has to get going. He's lost a lot of time. Did you forget to take them?
Are you saying he told us the truth?
Of course. Thank you for bringing him back. I'm very relieved.
Release him.
They really
wine. You must be thirsty.
Thank you.
And don't forget. Don't ever forget. You've promised to become a new man.
Promise? Why are you doing this?
Jean Valjean, my brother, you no longer belong to evil. With this silver, I bought your soul. I ransomed you from fear and hatred. And now I give you back to God.
Jean Valjean, one point you had to realize. Yeah, I'm surrounded by an evil world, but there's evil in me. I'm surrounded by a broken world, but I'm broken. I'm surrounded by evil and sin, but I sin. I hurt people. I've done things to my father that I should not do. See, 19 years of punishment, all these things we can't imagine, but one encounter with God's grace. Oh, not just forgiven, but forgiven and then given a gift that he couldn't even imagine. Listen, you can make excuses and you can blame your mess on other people, but I'll tell you what, you've all got your own sin. You do. I mean, I'll tell you right now, if Adam and Eve hadn't sinned, and if the world hadn't fallen, and if there were no curse, and if everybody since then had gone all on, right, and then I was born into a perfect world, I would have screwed it all up by now. And you all would be like, oh yeah, you're that guy. You know? I'm just being honest. And you have to too. Jean Valjean was a violent, hateful, bitter, angry, thief, liar, lowlife, scumbag, broken, godless, hopeless, loveless, lonely. That's who he was. God's grace changed him. And that is you. You are desperately lost without him. Don't forget. Don't you ever forget that he has ransomed you from fear and hatred. Don't you ever forget. Do not ever forget that the price he has paid for you is far more than a bag of silver. It's because he loves you with a passion that you cannot understand. Cause. John goes on in his life, and he takes the gift of cars. He takes that gift of grace, and he uses it to impact every person around. He seeks out the lowest of the low, and he raises them up. He just, from beginning, it's just this illustration of God's grace throughout. It's amazing. He takes it and he even loves his enemies. Isn't that our job? To love those around us? And, not just the ones that love us back, but to love our enemies as well. Isn't that our job? Right? I'll tell you what, I had a lot of jobs. To be honest, I'm surprised I ever got hired to do what I do now, which I love. But I went through jobs like crazy. I was a mechanic, painted cars for a while. I was a concrete cutter. I was a sprinkler fitter. I did landscaping. This ain't even a whole long list here. I helped build houses. I worked at a hotel. I worked at a condominium. I did all kind of crazy stuff. But somewhere along the line, God just, he allowed me to work at this one business that was owned by Christians. And then they hired me at another business they owned. They were so cool. They were so good. And I worked for them for a while. And they were such a blessing to me. And I loved them, you know. But the way I was raised and the way I thought, which wasn't bad, but it was like, you work hard. That's what you do. It ain't even about money. You just work. You work hard. And when you work hard, that's what you do. Does that make sense? So this family, they hired this other guy, and he was a little older than me. And when they hired him, and then he became the manager. And I was like, really? Because I've been working here a long time, and I worked my butt off. And this guy, nobody even knows his name yet, he's a manager. You know what I mean? So I was like, but here's the deal though, I worked with him for a while, and yes, this guy, his background was a train wreck. It just was a mess. It was, I'll be honest with you, I couldn't describe from here the abuses that this guy went through, because it wouldn't be appropriate. And somewhere along the line, this guy became a Christian. And God just turned his life around. And this family recognized in him something amazing. You know what? I loved working under him after a while. He was so good at what he did. And I watched him and I thought, that is what God can do to someone. Does that make sense? I just was so impressed by him. And I'll tell you what, I started watching him, I started watching his life. And his wife would come there sometimes where we were, and she was beautiful. Now, I'm not talking just how she looked, but I watched her, I was like, she is such a good woman. She is such a godly, and I watched those two, and I just, I wasn't envious of being a manager anymore, but I thought, that is what I want someday. I want to have a wife like that. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Here's what's awesome, is she had a little sister. And guess what? She got a job at the same place. And I was like, okay. And now listen to me, I want to be clear about something. You guys, you got to get this in your head, okay? At this point in my life, I had already gone through so many stupid, train wreck, messed up things. Relationships that, I was in things that you should never be near, okay? And so I already learned from all the stupid stuff half you are still struggling with. I'm not knocking you, I'm just saying, I wasn't going to mess this up. You see what I mean? I wasn't rushing into anything, So I worked by her, and I got to know her, and she became my friend at work. And we spent time together, and then we hung out afterward, and we did this stuff. And I'm talking a long period. Some of you are like, really, like 2 weeks? No, I'm talking like more than a year. I'm serious. I wasn't messing around, right? And I'll tell you that we got to this point where she was my best friend in the world. Best friend, right? We did all it got to that point where people were like, are you guys, like, what? What is going on here? Like, are you? And I'd be like, no, we're not. Really? Because you are together all the time. And time went on, and we were inseparable. take this word wrong. I loved her. I loved her. She was so important to me. Does that make sense? I didn't say I lusted after her. I said I loved her. I knew her. I cared about her. I cared about the things that went on in her. I cared about her. I knew everything. I knew her. Okay? And I invested my time and my effort. But you understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying I was about her. Is that fair? And it was so good. I didn't say out loud yet that I loved her, you know. But she got a job at another place. It was a little ways away. And so I didn't get to see her like that way anymore. We just hung out after her. And so there was this little bit, and one day I thought, I need to tell you that I love her, right? And I thought, how am I going to do that in a significant way, right? So I went to the florist. Now, I already told you some of my jobs, none of them were florist. I looked like a four-wheel drive at a lowrider convention. When I showed up there, they were like, man, who is that? And they thought the place was getting robbed, you know what I mean? So I go into florist, and they're like, what is going on? And this one lady, she's like, oh yeah, that guy's looking a little nervous, right? I know what he's doing. She's great, right? So she's like, can I help you? And I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I doing here? But I'll tell you this, I could get into anything, really. So I started asking her all this stuff. She starts telling me, and then she gets all excited about it. She's telling me, oh, this kind of flower means this, and if you do this, it means that. And you do this, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds interesting, you know? And there's all kinds of stuff, and I'll tell you guys right now, lilies look cool. Do not buy them for a girl. I learned it, she's like, no, that means somebody died, you know what I mean? The advice she gave me, she said this: if you are trying to communicate that you love her, this is what you do. You buy roses. Now, I had this one girlfriend who was all into roses that were black. That's just a little picture of my past. You know what I mean? So I'm like, well, roses, okay, I know what you're saying. And she's like, no, what is wrong with you, man? This is what she said, and this is what I want you to remember. She said, you get roses, you get a dozen. What? It's 12. Make you think of anything else? She said, you get red, because red is the color of love. Red is the color of love. So we spent all this time picking stuff out and all this jazz. And I came up with the coolest bouquet of red roses, and I sent them to her at her new place of work, you know. Yeah. So I said, now, here's the deal, the lady, I said, now, these need to be delivered, and she was like, okay, you want me to put a note in there? I was like, no. She's like, are you going to put a note in there? I said, heck no, I'm not putting a note in there. What are you talking? Why? She's my best friend in the world. I mean, she knows me, and she knows where she knows who's this going. Seriously, who else is considered flowers? Because I would punch them out. You know what I mean? And so she goes, well, are you at least going to put your name in there? I was like, no! We're sending them. Because it's not really about, I just want her to know that I love her. It's not about, so then I waited, and I waited, and she didn't say nothing. That's weird. You know what I mean? And then I waited, and then finally, you know, a while later, I'm like, so what? You get anything to work? She said, what are you talking about? And that's when I found out that there was this guy where she worked, and when the flowers came, she was so excited, and he lied, and he said they were from him. And so that night, she had sex with him. And I will tell you that it hurt so bad. I would turn 50 years old this summer, and of all the things I would never want to say out loud, I would never want to tell you this. It was devastating. It tore my heart out. I found out it wasn't the first time. I didn't know what to do. I didn't talk to anyone for days. I didn't know what to say. I tell you that I felt so lonely. I swear I felt like if I could have looked down at my chest, there would have been a hole that I could have seen right out the back. I just felt empty, and I don't even know how to describe it. I was so lonely. I did not date anyone for 5 years. I was just fast cars, fast motorcycles, no girls. That's it. And I found myself sitting in those meetings where you say, "Hi, my name is Mitch." And everyone says, you ever just felt like you're the lowest? You ever just felt like you're done? And then I found this little book in the Old Testament. It's the book of Hosea. And I realized there's somebody who felt just like me. But Hosea was a prophet of God when prophets of God relatively few. And you know, there's these other prophets that God tells them about, and he says what to do, and he tells his people what to do, and he speaks through his prophets. This is a big deal, man. I love these guys, these Old Testament prophets, but Hosea, it's like God said to him, "You know what, Hosea, I'm not going to tell you about me. I'm not going to tell you about me. I'm not going to teach you about me, and I'm not going to just speak through you in that way. Instead, this is what I'm going to do. Hosea, I'm going to let you know how I feel. I'm going to let you experience how I feel." And so he said, "Hosea, this is what I'm going to have you do. I want you to go and marry this woman, and her name is Gomer. I want you to go and you find this specific woman, Gomer, and you marry her, and you love her, and you cherish her. You take care of her. You love her like the way I love my people. You love her with a passion that the people around you just don't get. You put her, and you take care of her, you provide for her, you love her." And you know what? He did it. He went and got Gomer, and he brought her home, and he loved her. She was his world. And they had 3 little kids that were beautiful. And right now, it sounds like the perfect love story, doesn't it? Until you know that she was a prostitute.
She's not exactly the type of person I thought I'd end up marrying. But when God speaks, you listen. And God made it clear who I was to give my love to, and who it was that would bear my children. Her name was Gomer, a lady of the evening, a prostitute, known throughout the entire city as the wife of adultery.
Not exactly the type of person I thought I'd end up marrying. Let's be honest, he's not at all the type of person I thought I'd end up marrying. I've been with any men in my day, but none as foolish or as plain as this Hosea. I mean, why would such a man of God choose to marry me? No one, least of all myself, can understand it. But nevertheless, here I am, Gomer, the wife of Hosea.
Ours was not what you would call a model marriage. It was tough putting the past behind us.
considering everyone in the town knew of the past. But God was really good to us. He gave us 3 beautiful children. He provided for our every need. But I could sense something in Gomer, a feeling of restlessness.
Life with Hosea was, for a time, bearable, maybe even pleasant. We had 3 children. They were beautiful, but they were just children. To Hosea, though, they were special. And I was somehow special to him, too. He was forever buying me wine and new fragrances, trying to cheer me up. But through all of Jose's efforts, I became bored and restless. I wasn't satisfied with the family life, and I think he knew that.
I tried everything. We had a nice home, food on the table. And every time we'd get a little extra money, I'd buy her something nice. She had everything a wife could possibly want. And it wasn't just things. I loved her. I really loved her. But in spite of the love, she couldn't put the past behind her. She began to leave the house in the evening and stay away a long time. As much as I didn't want to know, I just had to.
I began to leave home around dusk and return at dawn. My old friends in town missed me, and I missed them and the life I somehow shared with them. It was comfortable. It was where I belonged. They didn't really care for me or take care of me the way Hosea did, though. One morning after an evening with one of my old acquaintances, I noticed someone sitting across the street. As I came closer, I began to recognize the figure. It was Hosea, my husband.
One night I followed her. I followed her to some house in a really bad part of town. I sat across the street, out of sight, and I waited. I waited there all night. And in all that time, I kept saying to myself, why are you doing this? Why are you waiting around for her? You know what she's doing. You know why she's there. Why don't you just go home? But I couldn't. I just couldn't. Morning came and I saw her coming out. I walked toward her. She almost seemed afraid, like I was going to hurt her or something. But I simply went up to her, grabbed her hand, and took her home.
He was actually glad to have me back. After I told him everything I had done, he told me he loved me. He loved me. I didn't deserve his love. I didn't even really want it. It was different than any I had ever experienced. He loved me without wanting anything in return. He seemed content. Day after day, he simply presented me with his heart. And day after day, I broke it. Yet, there he remained. He was exasperated. He was just so loving and gentle. It drove me crazy, and I had to get away. I knew that one of the men I had been seeing would allow me to live with him, and that seemed easier to deal with. And this man too loved me, but his love wasn't like Hosea's. I could understand it, so I packed my bags and I left my husband to live with my lover.
One morning she didn't return. I looked around the house and all her belongings were gone. Everything. I had no idea where she had gone, but I knew why. She just couldn't comprehend my love for her. The unconditional love and acceptance. I loved her so much I would have died for her. Well, a couple of months later, on my way to work, down the road I usually didn't travel, the door of a house opened, and there she was.
I saw him today. I was leaving my house to get water. There he was, walking down the street. I strained to find behind his eyes the hatred for me he had every right to feel. I wanted to see the burning anger he must have had towards me, but it wasn't there. As I looked into Hosea's silent eyes, I saw love, that same sweet, persistent adoration he has carried with him since we were married. I don't understand it. His love frightened me so I ran back to my house and slammed the door.
A few days after seeing her, God spoke once again. He said, "Go, bring her back and love her even though she loves adultery." So I did. The man she had been living with did not want to let her go, but he was a man with some debts to pay off. So I worked out an arrangement with him. I found Gomer, packed her things, and for a few dollars, I bought back what was already mine.
And God said to his people, "You are Gomer. I love you. I have passion for you. I've pursued you, and you've taken my love and cast it aside. I've pursued you over and over. I've said that I've loved you. I've given you good gifts. I've protected. I've provided for you. But you've cast your loves out. You've pursued other loves." How does he feel? We've cheated on God. Hosea was so much a better man than me. This is what it says in chapter 3, this little chapter. It says, and Hosea wrote this, he said, "Then the Lord God said to me, go again. Show love to a woman who's loved by another man, who's an adulteress. So I bought her for 15 shekels of silver, 5 bushels of barley. And I said, you must live with me." Here's what you might have missed. That's more than anyone would pay for a prostitute. It's so much more. There's a reason, church, that God calls you the bride of Christ. It's because he loves you like his bride. It's because you're in the world. He's passionate about you. He will pursue you. He will pursue you like a man pursues his bride. This is what I want you to know. He paid so much more than silver. He bought you back with something red. The color of love. He's not one who just says he would die for you. He did. When you learn this, you start to look at your life a little different. And I realize, the way I've lived before my God is shameful. I don't even understand why I do the things I do. I don't get it sometimes. And I try. I try so hard to be faithful. I know what it felt like to have someone be unfaithful. And I wanted to be faithful to my God and to my King, the one that I called Father, but the one who loved me, pursued me, was passionate about me, who cared about me. But I'm distracted. I'm attracted to my old life. I get sucked back into the things I used to be involved with. It's so easy to fall away, to struggle. got to the spot where my own sin was just killing me. I mean, it was heartbreaking. I don't understand. And everybody around me kept saying, well, you got to be more faithful. You know, you got to be, I can't. I'm such a broken train wreck of a man. I can't seem to stay faithful. And what is my faith in, really? What is it? Is it in how strong I am? Is it in how faithful I am? Is that what my faith is in? And then I was driving one day, I heard this song. It hit me so hard, I had to pull over, and I realized I've forgotten what's really most important.